Right now, one of America's most controversial technology companies is deeply embedded inside Britain's most cherished public institution. Palantir Technologies, a data analytics firm co-founded by billionaire Peter Thiel, holds significant contracts with the NHS and has access to health data belonging to tens of millions of people in England. Most people in Britain have absolutely no idea this is happening. Today we are going to change that. Here are 10 things you need to know about Palantir and the NHS, because this story touches every single person who has ever seen a GP, visited a hospital, or relied on the NHS for their care. Stay with us, because the details are genuinely remarkable. Palantir Technologies was founded in 2003 and takes its name from the all-seeing crystal orbs in J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, which, as you will come to appreciate, is a rather fitting metaphor. The company is headquartered in Miami, Florida, and was built by Peter Thiel, Alex Karp, Joe Lonsdale, Stephen Cohen, and Nathan Gettings. It made its name working with the CIA and U.S. defense agencies, helping to process vast datasets to track terrorist networks and identify security threats. It is now a publicly traded company, but it has never shed its association with intelligence work or its ideological intensity. Its chief executive, Alex Karp, has spoken openly about a belief that Western civilization must always prevail, a worldview that critics argue shapes how the company operates, including inside the NHS. Palantir's relationship with the NHS did not begin through any open, transparent procurement competition. It began with a COVID-19 emergency contract. Investigative reporting revealed that Palantir had been actively courting the NHS for months before the pandemic struck, and yet when it was awarded what was officially described as an emergency contract, there was almost no public scrutiny. In the chaos of spring 2020, with normal procurement rules relaxed due to the national emergency, Palantir helped build the NHS COVID-19 data store, a centralized system pulling together patient data from across England. That initial foothold, granted under exceptional circumstances, has since grown into something far more permanent and expansive. The emergency became the foundation. The political dimensions of this story are deeply troubling to many observers. It was revealed in October 2025 that Dominic Cummings, Boris Johnson's former chief advisor, had personally lobbied senior government officials to award test and trace contracts to Palantir, following a secret meeting he had arranged with Peter Thiel himself. This raises serious and legitimate questions about how Palantir secured such a central role in British public health infrastructure. Was it through fair, open competition, or through political relationships at the very top of government? Parliamentary scrutiny of these arrangements has intensified considerably since those revelations, and in March 2026, the UK government publicly promised to reform its procurement practices, citing the Palantir deals as a direct catalyst for that review. The company's flagship NHS product is called the Federated Data Platform. Its stated purpose is to join up the NHS's famously fragmented data systems, connecting patient records, waiting lists, bed availability, and operational data across NHS trusts in England into a single, coherent platform. Supporters argue the case for it compellingly. Andy Hardy, a prominent NHS technology leader, stated as recently as June 2025 that it is unbelievable that clinicians still cannot see a complete picture of a patient's records across different institutions. Palantir's platform is designed to solve exactly that problem. In hospitals where it has been deployed, there is evidence of improved surgical scheduling, reduced administrative bottlenecks, and better resource allocation. The operational case is real. The question is whether the trade-offs are acceptable. The concerns about Palantir's NHS role are substantial, and they deserve to be taken seriously rather than dismissed. First, there is data sovereignty. Once NHS patient data flows through a US-owned private platform, American law, specifically the Cloud Act, could potentially allow US government agencies to compel access to that data, regardless of where it is physically stored. Second, there is mission creep. Palantir originated in defense and intelligence, and its ideological character is not hidden. Third, there is the risk of lock-in. when the NHS becomes deeply dependent on a single private provider for its core data infrastructure, public sector negotiating power is severely diminished. A report published by The Conversation in April 2026 laid out 10 specific concerns that experts believe the British public has a right to fully understand before this relationship deepens further. The landscape has shifted noticeably in 2026. Under sustained pressure from civil society organisations, privacy campaigners, and parliamentary committees, the UK government pledged in March 2026 to reform how large technology contracts are awarded, with Palantir's NHS deals explicitly cited as a catalyst for that review. Critics argue the promised reforms do not go nearly far enough and that the structural problems remain unaddressed. Meanwhile, Palantir's CEO Alex Karp made headlines in June 2026 by warning that AI companies are upsetting enterprise clients through overpromising and underdelivering, a pointed observation that many noted with some irony, given the controversies surrounding Palantir's own NHS rollout. The Federated Data Platform continues to expand to more NHS trusts even as legal challenges and data governance consultations remain unresolved. On current evidence, the trajectory points strongly towards deeper integration rather than retreat. The NHS faces a genuine data infrastructure crisis. Fragmented systems, interoperability failures, and decades of underinvestment in technology are costing both lives and money. Palantir offers a credible, if deeply contested, solution to those problems, and the political will to reverse course appears limited. Unpicking existing contracts would be expensive and disruptive. What is more likely is that the terms of the relationship will be renegotiated under public pressure, with tighter data access restrictions, clearer audit rights, and stronger independent oversight mechanisms. Civil society groups are actively pushing for a full independent review of the Federated Data Platform before its expansion is complete. The outcome of that review could define the boundaries of private technology in British public health for a generation. Here is the bottom line. Palantir is not going away. It is already woven into the NHS's data infrastructure, and removing it would be neither simple nor cheap. The question is no longer whether Palantir should be involved. That decision was made, largely out of public view, during a national emergency. The question now is how that involvement is governed, scrutinized, and constrained in the public interest. The NHS holds some of the most intimate personal data in Britain. How that data is used, who profits from it, and who is held accountable when things go wrong are questions that belong in open, democratic debate, not closed boardrooms or secret meetings. Share this video if it taught you something. And if you want to stay informed on stories that genuinely matter to Britain's health and technology future, subscribe, because this story is very far from over.